Hello and welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We are continuing our playthrough here as the Wekkarus, and we are attempting to grow beyond our initial system. We did set the stage for this independent colony to take it over, but we need a little more tech to make that happen. We got to get basic colonization and planetary, well, really just basic expanded civilian ships and basic colonization done. So we're going to get those done. In the meantime, we are going to keep churning away here, and we have a lot of retrofitting going on and ships under construction, so we're a little hold up here for the time being, but we'll let it be what it'll be for now. We do have exploration ships that have flown beyond our initial systems now, so we are over here exploring, which, you know, unfortunately that means we are definitely going to find more pirates and things that are gonna cause us a decent amount of grief, but hopefully not for too terribly long. Did we find any habitable planets yet? No, just this one so far. All right, a lot of retrofitting happening, which is fine. That's what needs to happen right now so that we can reach out beyond our current distance. Very slow right now because the power is not sufficient. Once we get more power, we can actually go a little faster. That's kind of what one of our next focuses needs to be. I mean, not right this second, but we do need to, at some point, get a little bit better reactors going on. So if we look at the reactor techs, nuclear supercharging is next. 11 years is a long time. I don't think that's going to happen anytime in the immediate future, but at some point we'll get there. All right, we are about to complete early area weapons, then tractor beam, then we work on expanded civilian ships. Still churning out freighters here. Hopefully they get done relatively soon. I need to spend a little more time breaking this stuff down, but I do not want to do that until we finish building or retrofitting as many of these ships as we can, just because I don't want to impact our economy more than I have to. We're already in the negative because we're paying a bunch of pirates to go away, but at some point I need to not do that. All right, expanded civilian ships is on its way. Colonization is after that, and then we will be good to go. I'm hoping by then they'll be happy enough with us for us to colonize. All right, we need to go +9 in order to get the free trade agreement. So that's another big payment, which is not going to happen anytime in the immediate future, unless we somehow come across a bunch of money. At least the negatives stop counting down, really. So that'll tick up, and the distrust will tick up. So eventually this will reach much deeper into the positive. I think we are getting to the point where I can start tearing those ships apart again. Let's look at the exploration a little more. Anything new discovered? Doesn't look like it yet. All right, I'll let these last two build on the planet, and then we'll start ripping that apart. And then we got some stuff coming in for retrofit. Critical research failure. That is brutal. It'd be nice to get critical success. 12,000 credits. I'll spend it. It's gonna go away if I don't spend it, so I might as well do that. All right, we're waiting for ships to come in for retrofit, so let's go ahead and retire this ship and retire this ship. And then we could always go back to letting them repair. There we go. Tech breakthrough. That is a blade of energy shields. That's a nice shield upgrade for my ships. Let's stop that. There we go. Layered armor as well. So that's 2 upgrades. Now we can retrofit again. Still not quite enough hyperdrive tech or power tech. I need both of those really to make the biggest difference. Not making any progress there either. A little bit of progress in the hyperdrive area. All right, let's go ahead and just quickly retrofit everything. Still, like, look at the power output. We could see it's not sufficient, so the hyperdrive jumping is much slower than it could potentially be. But I do not have enough. Yeah, it's size 22. So that's not a feasible option right now. Go ahead and upgrade all this stuff. We'll upgrade everything. You not have a hyperdrive? Okay. We must not have had a hyperdrive on that. We're going to get rid of one of these small pulse cannons. Make room. That is good. This can actually fit another reactor. So let's put that on there. So this freighter can actually go pretty quickly between systems. I should double check and make sure we can do that with the other thing too. Alright, so the shields are size 20, the armor size 10. So if we just replace one of these shields with armor, that will be sufficient. And I'm guessing about the same here. Place a couple things with armor. Still not enough. We have to get rid of something. There's really nothing I can get rid of outside of a weapon. So I'm just going to replace another shield for now. Not ideal, but it'll work. All right, let's edit this real quick. Yeah, this only got 15 size. It's not enough. What about construction ship or exploration ship? Nope, 10. 5, even less. Yeah, I already took the weapon off of this too, so there's no... Or that's the one actually that well. Alright. We'll let things keep going from there. We know there's going to be a lot of retrofitting going on here for a little bit. Should generate a little bit of cash though. All the rebuilding and new building. Let's look at mining locations. There's really nothing. Alright, these ships are still exploring. Feel like we need more. Never quite enough. Alright, these guys are somewhat happy with us. They're still not all the way happy with us. Need to increase by 6. We'll just wait a little longer. These will both tick up. This will tick up by 3. This will tick up, I think, to 10 or close to. So I might be able to get away without paying them much more. Okay, expanded civilian ships done. Basic colonization is next on the docket. We can see colonization success chances starting to tick up here as our relationships improve. That's only going to get better over time. At least as long as I don't have any negative reputation. I really just have to hold out long enough to get basic colonization done and build a colony ship. That's kind of the next thing. Because those are pretty expensive. I don't think I even have enough money for that right. All right, these ticks are starting to slow down a little bit. All right, we need 3 more. I think there's enough wiggle room for 3 more without me having to spend any money. And there's no immediate threat of them being taken over that I'm aware of. So we'll just leave that be for now. All right, we're definitely falling behind on the exploration front. I need to get back to that. All right, another tech breakthrough. Got some engine tech. All right, we're getting real close to a free trade agreement. This improved relations by 1, so I think we need to hit 20. Once this says 20, we should be able to establish a free trade agreement with them. Nope, not quite. Close. So we got a 50% chance of colonizing them. Still not quite there yet. I mean, we have to be getting close. There we go. Free trade agreement. All right. We got like a ghost ambassador to help us out a little bit there. We are at 100% chance of colonization now. So at this point, we just need the ship, and then we are on to the next thing. Still no other colonizable planets, or any planets, not even uncolonizable ones. We have not discovered anything. Crazy. I mean, I know we're doing some goofy stuff here. Don't have a lot of ships, and the ships we do have are kind of slow, but still seems odd. All right, basic colonization is done. Go ahead and get a ship design up and running for that. We can get medium mining ships. I gotta start renaming these. All right, we got the shield, we got the warp bubble generator, much faster, medium-sized mining ship. And they don't build both small and medium, so we can scrap the small. We don't need that anymore. And then if we look at fuel tankers, we can get a small one built of that. And then what else can we now build? Passenger ship. We didn't have one of those designs yet. And now we can get the colony ship, and then small colony ship. Looks like it moves pretty quick. Don't have any weapons, don't need them. For these designs, we do want retreat when below 20%. There's no sense in having anything other than that. Can we build one? No. 43,000 credits, so we need a way to save up some money. Can we, even if it's temporary, can we cancel our agreements with these pirates? Unctium Pearl. Okay. All right, we're about to get advanced survey module and resource scanners. That should help speed up the scanning process. Cash flow is a little problematic. I need to maybe temporarily turn off crash research because it's spending all my money. All right. Let's leave that on. This thing's still yielding tech, so I don't mind breaking it down. All right, let's zoom out because this tech is about to finish. Definitely can't afford any of that stuff anytime in the immediate future. Let's see what we can get going here. Resort stations could be good. Larger mining stations would be good as well. All right, is anything else easily discoverable? What is this? Liquid energy storage. Those are just capacitors. Helps with the shield recharges. Suppose I could see how that could be useful. All right, so those techs are not readily available to me. Do deep space damage control. These are only 2 years, so it's not too bad to queue these up, even though we're not gonna get them done immediately. All right, let's try to just get some cash build up. Look at all these mining ships, like, or not mining ships, but freighters just dumping stuff into this station. Yeah, we are nowhere near. I think what I need to do in the meantime, while I'm waiting for these enough funding for this, I think I just need more exploration ships. Let's just spend our money on that. Because the sooner they explore, the sooner I can tell my fleets to go build. And then when they build, that's going to generate cash from the private economy. It's still bonkers to me that we have not discovered a single planet in all the exploration we've done. Oh, we don't want to go there. Get annihilated. Surprising alliance. Okay. Ekdarians and Wekkarus. Well, they're both on the same, like, planet type, so I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, focus on military. The only thing that matters. Okay, deep space damage control is now ours. Oh, here come the pirates. Hopefully we can actually damage them. I mean, it was enough to scare them away. That won't be the case if there's multiple. All right, they're coming to raid my planet. All right, still don't have enough cash. This is not going as quick as I hoped it would. I got a couple of resort locations. But once we can get that up and running, they can generate some money. Haven't discovered any of this stuff yet. Construction ships, we got 5. Not a lot. All right, cash flow is moving in the right direction. We did just have a little bit of a leap there, so I'm hoping we'll have more of those as we keep expanding here. All right, private economy, doing pretty well. I just need some of that money passed over to me. The big bottleneck. I really need this colony to get colonized as soon as possible. Still baffling to me we don't have a single planet. We've started exploring. Alright, expanded space station's done. That's large mining station and resort station. Okay, the good news about that is probably can't do the resort station yet. Or maybe we can. I thought we wouldn't be able to because of the oh no, we do have basic recreation center, so that's fine. We can get the resort station up and running. We can also get the large mining station up and running. All right, let's get that up and running. And then we'll sunset the small stations. And then that should be enough to springboard us, because my guess is we're going to suddenly have a reason to build a bunch of stuff. Yep, there we go, immediately. Okay, so we want to queue up this colony ship ASAP, just to prevent anybody else from being able to get in the way. I do want this colony ship being done first. And it looks like that is the case, so it is building it before it's repairing anything or breaking this ship down, which is good. The sooner we can get this done, the better. Yeah, these guys are just sitting here waiting for a place to go. I mean, it looks like they can go far enough. We just don't have mining stations, I guess. All right, hopefully this will be done very soon. I really just want the smallest amount of our people because I don't actually want them on that planet pretty much at all. All right, that's enough. Don't need any more. Get over here and colonize this planet. $1 million's probably too much as it is. All right, mining stations are all retrofitted. The good news is this will make us able to colonize desert planets once we assimilate them. All right, independent colony humans. We can kind of follow the same template here as long as it's close enough. It's might be close enough. Still can't believe that's the only other colonizable planet we've found so far. Please don't destroy this. Okay, we have colonized this world. Very nice. So we can build a small spaceport right away. We do want to change this. We want them to resettle. And we don't want humans here either. We only want Deacon. Alright, these guys, we just kind of got to wait for our happiness with them to tick up a little bit. Alright, we're starting to branch out a little bit. I think I accidentally deconstructed that ship entirely. But, I mean, to be honest, it wasn't that advanced. And we were starting to get, it was getting a little tedious, so it's fine. All right, we got a decent amount of cash flow. We got some cash banked up. I do want to be able to spend the money on these guys to try to recruit them to our side. So I don't want to spend this right away. think a large gift is 10. So I need to wait until this ticks up a little bit. All right, let's see what we can do about getting them happy enough with us to do a trade agreement. Try to build that up and get them, because it'd be nice to have humans. Gives another diverse set of planets we could potentially colonize. I'm very concerned that we haven't found any planets. Like, that is extremely concerning. Recreation systems. Thinking could retrofit the resort base. All right, we do have some passenger ships kicking around, transporting migrants between the planets. Perfectly fine. Now that's an ice planet. We should see that in the list. We do not. So something's funky here. Okay, there we go. We're starting to see something. All right, we got to get more exploration ships and more construction ships up and running. Maybe a fuel tanker. Spend a little money, but that's fine. Yeah, it's still not... I don't know. Maybe we haven't explored it like deep enough, and now we're just seeing this. Well, if there's one problem that'll solve it, it's more exploration ships. So let's just keep churning those out and let this surveying keep happening. It'd also be really good if we can get them to move faster by getting a better power tech. How many years is that tech now? And this hyperdrive tech is not far away. Let's go ahead and get that done. And then this is 7 years, which I don't like, but kind of necessary. All right, here we got a bunch more systems we could expand to. And we have another spaceport constructed. Combat. Okay, so we got some ancestral troops that just appeared out of thin air to help protect this planet. Hey, whatever gets the job done, I guess. Kind of weird, but take it. All right, we seem to be able to do like sufficient damage to, at a minimum, scare them off. Looks like we actually damaged them to the point where we were destroying their ship. All right, well, hey, if we can hold off harassment like that, that's great. Their starting weapon must be pretty good. All right, fuel tanker's up and running. We can hopefully run around and start refueling some of this stuff. We have money. These guys are neutral. They're not getting any happier with us. They want to increase by 12. I don't think sending a gift is going to be sufficient. So we're going to need something else to get us there. Let's get basic human diplomacy. That'll help. In the meantime, let's build some more exploration ships and another construction ship or two. I feel like we always need those. Oh yeah, there's plenty of resources. Are we private economy? Doing fine. We're getting there. All right, more planets are starting to show up in this list, so it makes me think we just didn't survey the planets long enough for them to populate in here. So as we build more exploration ships, that should resolve itself over time. No special locations yet. You know, I feel like hyperdrive's more. Well, it's 140 days. It's not that big of a deal. I'm trying to keep enough cash on hand to be able to build another colony ship if I need to expand as fast as possible. Because right now we're not expanding as rapid as I would want to. That actually went down. Technology breakthrough hyperdrive. Okay. Looks like we got the Gear X hyperdrive. I didn't even have to research it, so that worked out pretty well. Seven years on that tech. That's kind of rough. I don't really want any of those other weapon techs at the moment. Do improved escorts after diplomacy. We've got to get the diplomacy first. All right, can we take this over? There's not an option to construct. Okay, this guy has outlived his usefulness. He doesn't have any items that we don't have now, so let's go ahead and set him to fully automate. A abandoned destroyer. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's problematic. It's probably going to attack me when we go over there. Okay, so I need to retrofit my ships. Your X hyperdrive is a big leap forward. Hopefully that will help. Construction S1. So even though it's small, it's still 3 times. Even though we're not meeting the power requirements, it's still 3 times faster than the current ship tech. And that'll be huge for the exploration ships because they need everything they can get. Now, if I took this off, no weapon, because let's face it, they're not going to survive a fight anyway. I put that on. Okay, that's 400. That is a pretty significant improvement, I think. Did I hit copy? I didn't mean to do that. Upgrade. Okay, you're good. You're good. I really only need to do the ships because nothing else has hyperdrive. All right, retrofitting is in order. That I imagine is going to happen pretty quick. And theoretically, our range is going to get way better. All right, let's flag all this stuff for construction. Intense stress of combat. We got a temporary general. So somebody must be invading that planet. Some pirate faction. Okay, we are back to surveying. Waiting for somebody to retrofit. Oh, somebody will eventually retrofit. All right, so what is this? Library? Okay, hidden nexus. Well, we definitely got to build those stations. Let's see. Better understanding of the Shakturi. I mean, let's get the cloning tech. All right. 2 free techs, I'll take that. All right, at least one ship was just retrofit. I'm trying to find one that has the name that is the retrofitted name. I want to see its range. Interesting. So it said it was retrofit, but I don't see any exploration ships that have the new, unless I didn't name it. Yeah, Explorer S1. We do have one. There we go. What's your range look like now that you're got a Gear X hyperdrive? All right, we could definitely get out there a little bit further. More importantly, we can get there faster because the hyperdrive is maxed out. Still not a lot of planets. Very interesting on that. I think I'm going to do human diplomacy first. We'll worry about nuclear supercharging later. We actually don't need it as much as I thought we did because we were able to retrofit those ships and kind of shoehorn it in there. That is another species borders, so... Or another empire's borders, I should say. So that means we are being contested for this. Okay, here we go. We got ships. Lots of abandoned ships. There's a hostile base. Okay, so we do not want to be going there right now. Let me turn that off. Because we just lost a bunch of stuff there. Not good. My poor construction ships. All right, let's churn out another like 5 to compensate. And we'll just have to remember to go back there once we can confidently wipe out something that's 2600 strength. So it's gonna be a minute. All right, plenty of stuff to be built. Definitely want to get the Hexadorium early. All right, first contact. Where are these guys at? I'm not seeing them yet. Maybe that's their green, but I don't think it is. Could be wrong. Oh no, okay, I had this opposite of what I wanted. I wanted it low. That was a big oversight. Okay, so that is the Rorira Kingdom. That's... I think that's green. Yeah. Okay, human diplomacy is done. They are now neutral with us. Let's send them a big gift and then limited trade agreement. All right, that'll start cycling in the correct direction, and then maybe I'll have some humans under my belt relatively soon. We have 58% chance of colonizing them right now. It's not going to be good enough. We need to do more than that. But a million population there. Oh, more talons. They are going to be problematic. Critical research breakthrough. Unfortunately, it's on a tech that isn't super valuable. Not nothing. It's just not as valuable as you would hope. All right, construction is underway on several of these. Let's look at our planet here real quick. They are 100% assimilated. Okay. All right, another critical breakthrough. Always nice when that happens. These are queued up. We just can't quite get to them yet. All right, this is moving a lot quicker than it was. Like, look how slow this guy's going versus how fast this guy's going. So the retrofitting makes huge difference. Non-aggression treaty, I will take that for the time being. Can always betray you later. Oh no. They got this planet. Bummer. I was really hoping we'd pull that off. Well, now we're in a bit of a pickle here. Monolith. Interesting. Okay, we have acquired this base. I don't know what good this is going to do in the middle of nowhere, but we have it. All right, improved escorts done. I guess let's work on better spaceports and faster construction, because that kind of the next thing that needs to happen. Hopefully we start stealing some of this back. Yeah, it looks like we're... Oh, we have a demoralizing guy here. We're going to need to get rid of him. That's unfortunate. All right, so a couple misplays early in the game here. I had my spies set up wrong, and they were they were avoiding stealing tech rather than only stealing tech. We did not do this quick enough, so we're kind of pinched there. And we did not, I mean, we're just kind of limited on our expansion here. So, you know, we're going to keep going here, but hopefully at some point we'll discover some more planets to colonize, because right now there's just nothing we could do. So we'll hopefully pick it up in the next episode and things will get better for us, but time will tell. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, see more content in the future, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.